Nikola Jokic completely toys with Rudy Gobert in Game 5. Hey everyone, this is Spectator Sports. I'm your host Sebastian Fonseca. Remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It really helps Spectator Sports grow. This is probably the best stretch of basketball I've ever seen from Nikola Jokic. In the last two games, he's eclipsed 35 points and just been so good with distributing the ball as well. But this offensive aggression that we've seen last year in games that Jokic goes off for 40 points. They actually had a very poor record in the playoffs last year, but this year it's definitely turned around because he's doing something a little bit different where it's not just simply him scoring. He's just taking advantage of the matchups. There's not really a need for him to score, but he's leading the charge and the Nuggets are just kind of following his lead. He's paving the way, and the way he's just attacking Rudy Gobert time in and time out, whether it's getting downhill, it's posting up the smaller Rudy Gobert while he's longer. The amount of bulk, the girth that he has does not compare to Nikola Jokic. There was a simple too much bully ball, little dips and turns, lefty hooks, up and under shots, scoop shots, or just even spreading him out to the perimeter as well, something that we've seen Rudy Gobert very much struggle throughout the entirety of his career, especially in the postseason. I thought that the Nuggets did a great job, especially with Coach Mike Malone, with a defensive scheme on Anthony Edwards. After it was learned that Mike Conley is going to be out of this game due to an Achilles injury, it leaves all the offense, or all the defensive concerns on Anthony Edwards. They threw so many doubles, they threw a flurry of blitzes, double team, make him get rid of the ball, and he had probably his worst postseason game in recent memory, just 5 out of 15. And just looked out of sorts, never really got into a rhythm, and I don't think that's really his fault. This is a guy who's 22 years old, and while maybe people want to lay in on the young kid, remember that he's just getting started right now. He was tearing up the Nuggets despite them maybe not having the best of momentum recently. Anthony Edwards is going to be the future face of the NBA. But getting back to the Nuggets, I thought that they did a great job with Jamal Murray and KCP. That backcourt was great in making timely shots as well. We haven't seen an offensive explosion from KCP. I thought 16 points is a lot for KCP. If you're happy if he even gives you 10 to 12 points a game. And Aaron Gordon was very consistent as he usually is, but the Energizer Bunny Cameron Brown coming off the bench with another 11 points I thought was so good, because especially in that second half when it was a little nip and tuck, when the Minnesota Timberwolves came back to take a lead in that third quarter, the Nuggets kind of came out flat. Cameron Brown was the guy to kind of initiate the control back to the Nuggets' favor. I was very impressed with how Jokic has been able just to toy with Rudy Gobert, and it just seems that now they have all the momentum. They've won 3 straight games, and they're kind of in a way having a gangsta sweep. Now there's the gentleman sweep of 5-game sweeps, but I think a 6-game sweep after dropping the first 2 games is kind of a gangster sweep. Getting back to the basketball, this series is definitely not over by any means. It's still game 6 at home for the Timberwolves. They haven't won a game at home this series, but I do think that there are some adjustments, especially if Mike Conley is able to come back. That is a key factor, but if he's not, I do think the series is over in 6 games and the Nuggets will advance to the conference finals yet again.